Hey, students, welcome to our unit about the ethics of genetic engineering. In this unit, we will be looking at some moral questions and some human questions regarding the genetic engineering of plants, of animals, and of human beings. This is just going to be a very short little video, but here are a few things that we might be exploring. Um, One of the things that we could do now is we could create a genetically modified tomato that includes a pig gene, right? And perhaps this pig gene could make the tomato to be fatter and juicier and maybe healthier in some ways. Um, would it be moral to do it? And would we be violating some other kind of natural law by creating such a tomato? Well, a couple of things. First, I'd like for you to keep in mind as we're going through this whole unit our old puzzle, the ship of Theseus, and that question: what makes a thing a thing? Is it the material of which it is composed? Is it its essence? Is it its story? Is it something else? Um, Another set of questions is that you know if we change a naturally occurring species, are we in some way violating nature itself? Are we violating God? Are we doing something uh, to which there might be a religious objection? Um, how about this? If we made a tomato that is part pig, as includes a pig and gene, is that tomato kosher? Um, Right now, we have genetically modified foods of all kinds and different standards about the labeling requirements of those foods. Well, I think that if something like this were to hit the market, it would be very important to clearly label what tomato is part pig. After all, that may not be kosher. It may not be something that Orthodox or Hasidic Jews or Muslims could eat according to their religion. Here's another thing we could do. We certainly have the technology to grow a headless chicken. Um, yeah, it presumably wouldn't feel any pain, although it could have nerve endings. If it has no head, it wouldn't have a brain to, decipher any of those signals. It could be fed intravenously and grown like a vegetable. Um, I think that'd probably be far more expensive than what we're doing now. Um, would that be far more ethical than our current practices in how we farm, raise, and slaughter chickens? Or would it just be nightmarish? Um, I'll tell you, the honest answer is that I've wavered between those two things, and I can't decide whether it would be more ethical or just a crazy, awful nightmare. Another thing that we can and sometimes do is we can enhance human beings. We can do this after a human being is born through the use of things like human growth hormone. Um, This is sometimes referred to as cosmetic endocrinology, which I think is just a really funny name for it. That such a such a word exists, such a term exists. But we can also do this prior to birth. There are a number of things that we could do to modify or enhance a fetus prior to birth. And there are some things like sex selection that are very, very easy to do right now in some cases. For instance, in the case of children born via in vitro fertilization. That so I want us to take a close and careful look at these issues, and I'm sure there are many other ethical and human and maybe religious also issues weighing on you. So please keep all of these many things in your head as you are going forward in this unit, and we'll return to some of them. I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Cheers.